Yeah. I mean, this happened last night, right? So, wait,
Why did
am I
you
not
get given
supposed-
the script?
It's my boys, isn't it?
I guess because you know, obviously I'm involved with Invul. I haven't been shown the playoff script yet.
You're
You wanna
involved.
in? You want to flick forward a few pages and let me know how it ends?
You don't want to know.
Oh, is it not good? Thanks.
Anyway, okay, we got some interesting action at level 1 again, like you say. We've got an igniting bot lane on the
On Don Ponk, yeah.
on the Punk himself.
Yeah, Floop's opting for the cleanse again.
Yeah, 2 TPs mid lane. Yeah, we got the ignite on the Camille again, like you said. Yeah, the cleanse again for Floops. Is it going to be an oops this game again? Let's find out. Let's hope not.
Well, I mean, yeah, we'll see. The previous 2 games, definitely been a bit of an oops for him. Kralix is on a ward right now, but it's not really going to matter, as Thriller and Don Ponk going to be leashing Furby on that blue buff. Jungler's starting on opposite sides of the map again, so we are going to probably not see any early jungle brawls.
Yeah, and I'd like everyone to put in chat right now, who do you think's going to get the first blood? Which person is going to secure that?
Okay.
Now, I think it's going to be Camille.
I'm going to go with Furby.
Okay. Let's see what everyone else says. We've got a Sejuani from Mr. Valstone. We've got a Fatty P, a Don Ponk, Camille.
Chaos Senpai trading pretty aggressively here into Zalik with those infected cleavers. I love that Dr. Mundo skin. Just the walk with that Mundo skin. It's it's the swagger strut. Just like,
Definitely.
yeah. But, new Dr. Mundo is a champion. That is, yeah, an abomination, I would probably go as far to say. But Koralix and Floops, almost said Froops, thinking of Froobs. I don't know why I'm getting hungry. Must be getting hungry, I guess. You remember Froobs back from like primary school?
I do actually, yeah. They were nice. I used to have one of them every day in my lunch.
Yeah, absolute banger lunchbox filler. But yeah, Koralix and Floops, a lot more of a poke-heavy lane. Maybe wanting to take themselves the initiative in this bot lane and actually like dictate the lane themselves in this game 3.
I mean, got Zinzao coming top lane here.
Yeah, Furby definitely wanting to make me look like a genius.
Yeah.
Trying to get himself first blood onto this Camille, but Fatty P diving forward as well. Zalik being taken very low.
He has
by
no
Chaos
flash from the
Senpai.
top lane.
No flash on the Camille. Does have the hookshot wall dive.
Oh,
I am a prophet, I guess. Furby picks up the first blood. Zalik answering back in the 1-for-1 onto Chaos Senpai, though the ignite really coming in clutch there. But I guess I am just psychic.
Oh, but that is...
Oh, Fatty P might be in trouble. Is going to get rooted up by Denzel. Flashing away from the Arctic Assault on the Sejuani. And Furby is there to scare away the boar.
I would just like to say, I did say it would be Camille, and it's about half a second in it, so...
Yeah, this is true. And Camille was involved in the first blood. Camille did die for the first blood, so technically I'd still say that counts. Did you specify that it would be Camille giving it up or getting it? I don't remember.
Yes, I did, but for the point of me being a genius as well, no.
Okay. Well, I will maintain my crown as the channel psychic, I guess.
That's fair enough.
Judgy can vouch for that. The amount of times I've apparently predicted drafts correctly, but I don't know. Anyways, who benefits more off that kill?
I mean, a kill on Camille is always really nice, especially when you need locking down people. Yeah, obviously Zin did spend a lot of time getting that kill and get it. The case of what did Sejuani do in the meantime?
Forced a flash out of Fatty P and a teleport.
Very true, actually. So yeah, if they can capitalize on the fact that Fatty P doesn't have these spells, especially
We are going to see a fight here on towards the bot lane. Furby is in the area, and he's looking to show Jungle J what you do with the early game Zinzao. Don Ponk under threat, going to flash away from the flail of the Sejuani. Fatty P had run down, has massive amounts of priority in that mid lane as the Aurelia. 10 CS advantage already for Fatty P in the mid lane.
Yeah, we'll see if they can capitalize on the fact this Aurelia doesn't have all. Yeah, have the flash. Sorry. But we'll see.
Kralix and Floops as well, getting a big CS lead in this bot lane already.
Furby might come down here and
Jungle J waiting in the wings.
Yeah.
Thriller might... No, gonna break the tether. Just about gonna break
We're
the tether.
going to see a fight here.
Yeah, Furby is spotted on a ward. Kralix and Floops might want to try and bait this.
I think Furby
knowing
knows.
they have... Yeah, I think Furby might have a bit of a feeling. But this counter pick from Denzel does not seem to be really working. He's pretty much getting bodied in this lane. By the looks of it so far. At least. I don't know if that's just me, but...
I mean, he hasn't died yet.
Still 15 CS deficit though.
Yeah, he's been down
in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. I think it's a case of we'll see as of the last 2 games. We'll see what happens in this. If he gets the kills, then yeah.
It is an aftershock Lissandra as well, so that's going to be incredibly difficult for Fatty P to kill. If he jumps on the Lissandra, Lissandra presses W, you get rooted. Lissandra gains like 50 armor, 50 magic resist. How are you killing that? Oh, and then you also just can't move, you know. So
yeah, definitely.
But the CS lead we're seeing in the mid lane, we're seeing replicated in Vanir's favor in the bot lane. Floops and Kralix doing a number onto Thriller and Donponk this time.
Yeah, it's the poke of the Karma coming in clutch for Vanir this time rather than
Karma and the Caitlyn together. Oh, light side. Fatty P's going in. Denzel dodges out on the stun, and the Claw is going to carry him to safety.
Beautiful. We've seen some nice dodges from the Vanir side on the Xin Zhao, whatever it is, W or something, and then the Aurelia there. It's good. They seem to be on the ball this game so far, but it's a case of can they do it in the first team fight, which we'll probably see around the Drake very, very soon, going by the last few games.
I mean, so this early game has definitely looked the most solid of the 3 from Vanir, I would have to say so far.
Yeah, definitely.
Floops taking a very aggressive trade onto Donponk, kind of winning out, pretty even. Stun goes wide, I believe, on Denzel, but it's still... The CS lead in the bot lane is really starting to balloon.
Yeah, Camille has an Ignite top lane as well. She could maybe... I guess Mundo just ults, but... Just thinking about the...
You were saying
Camille
about the fight on the top side.
Yeah.
Camille and Mundo going at it. Ignite is available for Zalek, and the stun going to come through. I don't know if the Ignite has been thrown down. It's flash away from the Dr. Mundo.
It's close.
Hextech ultimatum goes in, and Zalek finding the solo kill onto Chaos Senpai. Dragon picked up by Jungle J for Vanir as well. So this is what we want to see.
Told you.
From the team of Vanir.
Do I need to get the sweeping brush out again? Is that the question?
Get the broom ready, Chris. I think we might be needing it. Furby and Jungle J are going to run into each other. I don't think the Sejuani wants any of that fight, ever.
Yeah, but it's very important that Vanir have picked up that dragon without taking anything badly. Like, I mean, they even got a kill from it, but...
Yeah, so it's actually just a global win.
Yeah, it's breaking the streak. They must have had something in their head, right? 2 games very early on. They've lost the first early game through the Drake, so it's got to be in their heads. Okay, this time we haven't, and we have the advantage this time round. Maybe a bit of a mental reset for them.
It definitely seems like a bit of a different Vanir team. Zalek taking a lot of damage from Chaos Senpai, though. The Barmy Cinder completed for the Mundo is going to offer him just a lot of extra, just free damage, effectively. Because to damage someone, you have to be stood on top of them as a Mundo, right? So why not have something that just passively does damage when you're stood on top of someone? Well, nearly a beautiful chance for Crystallara to predict the claw there. Not quite going to find its mark, though.
Yeah, the CS leads we need to point out as well. Again, we have a massive CS lead in the bot lane, a massive CS lead kind of... So, but yeah, it's a different story from Floops this game.
Yeah, the first game we've really seen Floops kind of take control of his lane.
Definitely.
Darkside, though, wanting to take control of this Rift Herald, are rotating 5 people up whilst Zalek goes and pushes bot lane for Vanir. I don't actually hate this at all, because you can look for poke now, and you're about to see a recall complete, and when the Mundo finishes this recall, maybe you look for a team fight onto the 3 remaining players. Denzel going to go in, and it's Furby caught out. The Frozen Tomb going to come down, going to lock him in place. Crescent Guard stops all of the damage from the Caitlyn, though.
Yeah, Camille's getting the place line.
Yeah, well. Xin Zhao able to get out alive, but like you mentioned, Camille picking up some plates, damaging away at that turret.
He did manage to keep hold of the flash in that fight as well, which is very, very important for him.
But that's a lot of gold into the back pockets of Zalek now. And yeah, like LS would be having an aneurysm right now. Zalek just got so much more value whilst Darkside were taking the Herald with 5 people in the top side. So, how do you expect the fights to be taken during this mid-game, Chris? What do you expect to happen?
I'm expecting a Lissandra, a Sejuani ult straight onto Fatty P. And then basically from there, if they can blow him up, they just win the fight. I think, yeah, the problem is if they use all their ults and they don't get the kill, then it's in a really bad situation, especially if they can get the re-engage with the Xin and the Ashe ults.
Yeah, definitely. But if Vanir are given the space with this Caitlyn, with this Lissandra, they really could start to do some work before Darkside are even able to get on top of them. And I think that's what this game is going to come down to. It's using that Camille, it's using the Sejuani to buy space.
Yeah, and plates down on the Caitlyn here as well.
Oh, the Glacial Prison going to go wide though from Jungle J. It doesn't matter, they're still going to secure the kill onto Dom Punk because Floops, it's not an oops this game. Game 3 Floops is online. First kill of the game for him. And when the Sejuani ult didn't miss, we just don't need to talk about it. You could see Denzel in trouble. The dodges out and the wind becomes lightning. Not going to get himself knocked up because he has the claw. And that's just so much free mobility really on the claw, isn't it?
Definitely. Obviously, we've seen the situation before where if Ashe can ult where the claw's going to land, then it can create a bit of a dodgy situation.
Although you can cancel the claw early and teleport early.
Of course.
So there is a bit of a mind game there, really, between the Ashe and the Lissandra player. Also, question. I don't know how this works, but obviously there is an event, like, interaction between Ashe and Lissandra in-game, right? You get to a certain point, I can't remember what triggers it, but an event triggers at some point. Are we going to see that in this game?
Is it tournament round?
No, it's live service.
Then yeah, we'll see that right.
Well, we might see the Battle for Freljord quest come up later on then. Always an interesting one just to have a look at. Not as fun as the Kha'Zix Rengar one, but definitely interesting to keep an eye on.
Again, reaching a bit of a lull state. Although they strokes
as soon as you mentioned lull states, we get a fight. Denzel getting jumped on, Claw flashes over the wall, Frozen Tomb onto himself for the healing, but he's gonna go down along with the dragon, secured by Furby. And this, not a dragon I like for Vanir. Usually they've been trading a person, and they've been the ones getting the second dragon. Not losing both.
Yeah,
and, just not really...
IP getting the kill again.
Yeah, the Aurelia, he's got 140 CS at 13 minutes.
Sejuani.
Yeah, could be a dive here onto Thriller and Dom Ponk. Can Jungle J hit his ultimate? I think this will be a big question in whether they actually do look for this dive. And if no, it goes wide. Oh my god,
Egg Smithy, is that you?
And the Ashe Arrow gonna come down, teleport being channeled onto the bot lane. Thriller gonna get the wild growth. Fluke's gonna pick one up. And they're gonna get the second with the help of Zalek on the teleport.
Okay, thank god.
And they're gonna get the turret as well. It's actually 2 turrets picked up there for both sides. So it's a turret trade for both sides. 2 for 2.
Yeah, can we look at the gold on the members? Yeah, look at the mid lane gold. That's a bit of a yikes.
But you compare top lane on one side to mid lane on the other.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden doesn't look so bad.
Very true, very true. It's a case of who dies first, really, I guess.
But I don't know how the Camille Aurelia 1v1 goes. I have to imagine it's
Fatty P.
Oh, Fatty P. I think there's just too much CC, and yeah, the Camille finds his 4.
We have to Ignite down on the Mundo as well.
Yeah, and Chaos Senpai. Oh, but Furby from downtown, the wind becomes lightning, and the lightning is going to find Denzel. And yeah, it's another death for the Lissandra. Denzel not really making the impact I wanted to see from him on the Lissandra so far this game.
I mean, the good thing about Lissandra, right, is Dom
Always
Ponk.
useful. Yeah, Donponk is in trouble. Floops
He's been Dom Punked.
doing AD carry things.
Yeah, the good thing about Denzel is like, well, Lissandra, it's like you have an ult whether you die 10 times or one, right?
Yes, your
You
ult
still
is
have the
always relevant. Well, yeah, crowd control abilities
Flash
are
out from
always
Furby.
good. Yeah, Furby not able to stick to Floops quite well enough. Floops actually holding on to his flash during that. Only using the 90 caliber net to get himself to safety.
Focus.
3 kills
Right now,
for the Caitlyn as well.
Yeah, right now you're facing down a 4-kill Camille and a 3-kill Caitlyn. How are you feeling right now if you're in Darkside's voice comms?
I mean, you have Fatty P at the end of the day, right? You have the Xin Zhao ahead as well, which is always going to be nice. The problem with last game is that he
You
couldn't
also
get
know
online.
you can afford. You can also know you can afford to lose 2 games because you are 2-0 up in this series. Remember?
Yeah, very true, very true. But it's a case of, I mean, we saw it yesterday in Hit Point Masters, 2 games up, very 2 clean games at the start, and then the reverse sweeps happen. It's very easy to get reverse swept once it starts the downhill spiral, especially when you get to the 2-2 stage and you've lost 2 games in a row. You know that.
Yeah, it
Starts
tends
getting
to be very snowbally in terms of momentum.
Yeah, we have a few of these players obviously as well that aren't as veteran as some other players when it comes to best of 5s and them kind of intense scenarios. So it's a question of, can that affect them as well?
Yeah, well, very possibly. Furby showing his maturity in these scenarios, though, securing that blue buff with himself, winning the smite fight. Should have that smite back up and available before the next dragon spawns in about 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Yeah, hoping to see some good vision setups outside this strike.
We're starting to see 1 item coming in for pretty much everyone. Only the supports and Frilla, as of right now, who don't have anything completed. Anything in terms of the items standing out to you, Chris?
I have no idea what the items are.
And yes, I did just throw you a completely cursed question because I know you don't know the answer.
Lissandra's Pro Belt.
Denzel is in for a world of hurt. Gonna cryogenically preserve herself for a couple of seconds longer before falling down to the multiple blades of Fatty P. They talk about death by 1,000 cuts. That's not a good way to go.
Neil's top lane with no TP again. It's
yeah, when I don't think Denzel has his teleport either though. So
I mean, outer turrets do give a lot of gold now, right? So
yeah, they buffed side lane inner turrets. You are correct in terms of gold value. But this does set up Darkside pretty nicely for this dragon.
Or the observer pointing out that TP is up on Mundo very soon, so
Denzel coming straight back in with his teleport though. Respawns in, starts channeling. Jungle J running forward.
The ult goes down.
Onto Don Ponk. Furby dives forward, as does Fatty P, and the Aurelia
Camille
dashing through the fight. Floops picks up the first kill of the fight though. 2 for 1 so far on to the side of Vanir. Can they find anything more? The Vanir team regrouping. Furby and Fatty P backing off towards the mid lane. Fatty P using the wave for lifesteal. Does have the Blade of the Ruined King, so does have a lot of potential regeneration whilst hitting champions or minions. Furby taking a lot of poke, but gets into Floops. Can't quite find the kill. Denzel going to pick that one up, and now it's Chaos Senpai diving forwards. Zakir diving onto Fatty P, and it's actually a really close 1v1, but no, Aurelia finds 1, finds 2. Mundo finding 3 and 4. And Darkside winning the 3 versus 4 overall.
Fatty P giving Vanir some Fatty D in that fight.
Fatty P handing out fat L's to everyone. And the Danger Man, I don't think we've talked about him enough, surely by this point, right? But he is instrumental, it seems, to Lundqvist Darkside's success.
Yeah, I mean, look at his 4,000 gold up. Insane. Yeah. 4,000 gold up on the Lissandra.
It's now even 1,000 gold up from the highest gold member of Vanir.
He's honestly just putting Darkside just on his back in this game, and just he's not taking a loss really.
Can we nerf Fatty P for game 4?
If there is one, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought you read the script. I thought there was one.
I might have got the wrong. I might have got the version 1.
Oh, what, the unedited version?
Yeah.
That's...
I think the script might have been made better for the. So.
Right. Okay. That's the last time I ever trust you with my channel points.
Yeah, someone putting out in chat, giving him his 60% win rate earlier in 100 games of Challenger was a good idea. It's a good point.
I did mention this in draft, that he had a 63% win rate in Challenger on Aurelia.
And then picking Lysandra into it is
a little bit sus.
Yeah.
It's a little bit sus. Look at Zalek on the bot side. Grabbing an inner turret for himself, getting more and more gold onto that Camille, becoming the real split push threat that Camille is capable of.
But I think it's too late. I think that anything that happens is just gonna lead to a Darkside win, honestly. I don't think the rest of the Vanir members can hold on long enough for the Camille to actually do anything in the side lane, so...
Well, we shall see. There's definitely enough CC on the side of Vanir to hold that Aurelia back, but whether all of it lands on to the target that it needs to be going on is another question.
Lysandra picking up the stopwatch as well. Definitely just focusing on staying alive this game.
Yeah, it's but it also enables her to be able to ult the Aurelia.
Ult the...
As we are going to see a potential engage here in the mid lane. The Claw is going
to be
carrying them away, but oh my god, Fatty P.
Camille TP coming on the back.
Teleport in on the flank, but this could just be a full collapse onto Zalek. No, Furby diving back into 4 with the Crescent Sweep. It's not looking good for Vanir. It's going to be a lot of quick kills, I would imagine. Fatty P taken dangerously low, but that Aurelia doesn't get... No, shutdown. It has been found. Can Vanir win the fight from here? 1-for-1. Top lane for mid lane. The two
Mundo
big carries on both sides, but Mundo is going where he pleases, and Xin Zhao is following very close behind. Double kill for I'm Furby. Floops and Kralix both going to fall. Mid lane inhibitor going to fall swiftly after, and that could just be the series right there.
I think it is. I think my sweeping brush is going back in the closet because I will not need it after the series.
No, not quite. Denzel, the respawn time is not quite long enough. Spawn time is not quite long enough. We are only 22.5 minutes into this game. So...
Yeah, see, we saw the problem with that fight is that even if Camille shuts down Fatty P on the Aurelia, the rest of the team is just too powerful right now. Xin Zhao's...
Yeah, it's worrying. It's very worrying.
It's just too far gone again. It's a case of Vanir can't do anything.
We mentioned it. It was one of the better early games for Vanir this game. But kind of where did it all go wrong?
I think in draft, honestly.
I would be inclined to agree with you.
I think I respect them for trying something different.
Yeah,
going down through games. But at the end of the day, sometimes it just doesn't work out, and you have to deal with the consequences, don't you?
All I have to say is, why could Fatty P not have given us action for content? Why did he have to pick Aurelia? Why couldn't he not have taken action and just given us content?
Very true. Maybe he'll pick it tomorrow.
There is no games tomorrow.
Oh, the final, sorry.
Okay.
When is the final?
Yeah, no, it's not over yet. The final, it's scheduled for next weekend, but I believe it's going to be being rescheduled.
Okay.
But that will be on Twitter, so follow us if you don't already, at Invul Esports, for updates on when the games will be happening, and for clips and other things. As we are going to see Mundo getting dove on. Chaos Senpai is locked up in the Hextech Ultimatum, and there are 5 members of Vanir that are going to shut him down. Floops has donated over that kill, and 450 extra gold in the Caitlyn's pocket's definitely not going to go amiss. That could also be this Infernal Drake. There is no frontline now for Furby and Fatty P to dance around with. This could be exactly what Vanir need.
We're getting a steal.
Furby's locked up in the glacial prison, and oh my god, Aurelia is not fair. It's taken. It's not a triple kill for Aurelia. One's taken by Don Ponk, because Don Ponk has to up his Don Stonk before the end of this game. But my word, Fatty P, this is illegal, what this guy is doing on Aurelia.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing Vanir can do. They're just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah. That is actually what it feels like. You're not wrong.
Unfortunately, the Someone's about to be very rich with your channel points.
Pepe hands. Well, at least I can say I was a believer.
Yeah, I believe.
And I couldn't leave her if I tried.
I'm leaving that one to simmer.
You're not gonna bite on that joke, no?
No.
No, okay, fair enough. It wasn't a good one. I don't blame you.
I respect it. I respect it.
But if you're Vanir, it's only 4,000 gold, right? The lead, so it's not even like it's insurmountable.
Yeah, if we can get another look at the gold again, I don't really. It's scary to look at the mid lane. Yeah, very high
Only 500 ahead of the Camille though.
Yeah, Camille's, and we have the lead in the AD carries. It's just this jungle and mid that's the problem, which was the two that I said could really capitalize on the Aurelia, kind of being able to be shut down easily with the but hasn't really been able to do that.
Yeah, and it's just gonna be another inhibitor falling. Zalek off in the bot lane whilst the top lane inhib's gonna fall. Ash Arrow connects, and that's double stun on the Aurelia, and Fatty P's doing it all. It's all Fatty P all the time. And that's just gonna be game right there and then. This Aurelia, this man, you have to ban his Aurelia, you have to ban his Lucian, you have to ban his Yone. Why would you not just ban 5 mid?
Yeah, it's Fatty GG.
We will be seeing Lundqvist Darkside taking on Invul Esports in the final of LCSE Summer.
And Darkside were a team that did very well in the LCSE last split as well, promoting it.
Yeah.
Series, so they're proving that they can definitely build up this talent and kind of do really well, not only in TES but also in the academy team.
But they're also able to spot the talent that is available.
Definitely.
And form a really, really solid team with that. Do we want to grab a quick winners interview, Chris? I was told before the series that we might have people available for a winners interview if we did want to.
I would love to. I'd love to
grab a quick interview. I will. Well, let's have a little bit of a chat about the series before we get the interview in. But firstly, congratulations to Darkside. I think it has to be said. 3 convincing victories again. I think it has to be said. Game 1 looked a little bit shaky in places, as did Game 3, but overall definitely looked like the better team out across the whole series. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, I mean, they just had Vanir's number throughout the whole series, didn't they? Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they fare up against the Invul side. Obviously, Invul having a pretty good season, obviously, the Darkside showing that they can definitely perform there as well. I think we may have lost Enix.
What? I'm still here.
Your camera is.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I closed my OBS Ninja.
Ah, okay. But yeah,
I'm really, really smart. I didn't even think about
that. But yeah, just a good series by Darkside, and commiserations to it. Doing really well. The Norwegian team doing really well. First split in the LCS as well. So you can't fault them. They've had a good run, but
yes,
they couldn't make it any further.
But they will still go into the close. They will go straight into the closed qualifiers for TES summer promotion or TES spring promotion, actually.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they what they do about that, because obviously they can't have 2 teams in the TES leagues either. So
yeah, well,
they can't actually promote.
We will see. But however, Darkside into the final. Darkside versus Invul. Do we have a quick
predictions for that game?
I mean, it's going to be a really interesting one, I think. Because obviously we've seen Darkside tonight, and Darkside, off what we've seen tonight, Darkside look really scary, right?
Definitely.
But we haven't seen Invul since that final game of the season. Because they haven't had any official matches since that final game against Carolina No White, right?
I'm expecting at least. Well, I'm expecting 5 games. I think.
I hope we get 5 games. Well, the viewer in me hopes we get 5 games, right? Obviously, I'm working with Invul. I'm involved.
Wait, you are?
Org. Yeah, did you not hear?
No, I didn't know that.
Some guy decided he wanted to leave, so yeah, now I've been doing a lot of work.
Fair enough.
Um, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, the Invul involved person in me wants a quick 3-0. I won't lie. I'm kind of like Yaka is tonight. I want the quick 3-0. Um, but obviously, as a viewer, you've got to want the 5 games. Who doesn't love a bit of Silver Scrapes? It's a final. It deserves it. The occasion alone deserves Silver Scrapes.
Yeah, do you think it'll
Um,
affect the Invul team? Obviously, Darkside have got the clean 3-0 here. They haven't had to do the full 5 game. Kind of an advantage or a disadvantage to the Invul team. Obviously,
it's a bit of
Darkside,
both, right?
yeah, Darkside will be less tired, I guess, but Invul would have less games to work from. So
I genuinely think like it's and I say we because obviously like thinking about it from an Invol POV, but like I think from an Invol point of view, it's kinda kinda good because you've got 3 extra games of scouting, right? Because the final's only like next week. So you got 3 extra games of scouting that you've been able to fully watch. And I know some of the guys have been watching the series tonight. So shout out to the Invol boys if you're lurking around in chat. Um, they have been keeping an eye on this, and I know that I've been doing their research. And the scrims they've been scrimming a lot and scrimming hard. But this is definitely a dark side roster that looks ready. They look angry. Um, and yeah, they're gonna be bringing something fierce in the final. So my prediction right now, if you had to predict the series right now, Chris, I would probably say 3-1, but I don't know which way.
okay,
If you had to predict the series right now, what are you going for?
see, Fatty P is just good, isn't he? Just a good
I mean,
player.
he looked pretty damn good tonight, yeah.
I think.
But going up against the e-girl Stan himself, Mr. Loftician in the mid lane,
Yeah, I
it's
mean, maybe
just a
that's
different
what.
breed.
Yeah, maybe that's what can shut him down, right? Just someone that totally just nullifies everything he can do. Um, it's gonna be 3-2. It's gonna be 3-2. It's gonna go full 5 games, I believe.
You think it's going to go full 5?
Yeah,
Interesting.
I think it's a case of it's the mid lane. Whoever comes out better on the mid lane,
Yeah.
honestly.
Our
Graph will
our
be
observer's getting in on the predictions as well. Our observer's saying 3-2 Invul, full 5 game series, but going over to Invul in the game in the Silver Scrapes game.
Yeah, I think
But
it'll be.
we do have an interview. I do want to kind of move things along a little bit. We do have an interview this evening. He's joining us from Darkside, and we're going to be getting Chaos Senpai, the man in the top lane. So I'm gonna get him in here right now, and we can have a quick chat to him about how he felt about today's series and how he feels about their feelings going on towards the final. Good evening, Chaos. Welcome.
Hello.
Congratulations on the series victory, first of all. And yeah, how are you feeling about the final?
Thank you, and I feel really excited.
Yeah, looking forward to just the occasion and the series in general.
Yes, I am. I mean, the last time we faced off Invul was pretty early into the season, and it didn't go our way.
No, it was a very close series, though. I remember watching back over that series. It felt like all 3 of the games could have gone either way.
I agree.
So
Oh no, go on,
yeah,
Chris.
yeah. So I just want to touch a bit about like obviously the final game. So obviously Lissandra and Sejuani, that kind of comp coming out from the Vanir side. Is that something that you were kind of shocked about when it
Yeah,
like this fallout?
the last game drafting from Vanir was that left us really shocked. Like we were just thinking we outscaled this really easy. They gave our carry player his best champ. If we just go mercs, everyone, we out to win. The draft did leave us confused, and Yeah.
And in terms of the practice that you've had for the last obviously few weeks, like obviously been scrimming and stuff, scrum's going well. How do you molded and kind of evolved? Do you feel like it's gone as perfect as it can be? Do you think it could be better? Is there anything that you think about that could be improved on obviously in the last week?
Your mic is cutting off, so I didn't get much of that.
I think basically what Chris is trying to ask mainly is how is everything going leading up to this series today? Like, is scrims going well? And yeah, like how have you guys? How is like practice and the mood around the team been in general?
The mood of the team is amazing. We all are massive ego players. We haven't lost in a very long time.
Okay.
And we have itching for revenge for Invul, of course. And the mood is just great. I wish we could just play the series right now, but sadly I have to wait a week.
Yeah, well, that is unfortunate. I'm very much looking forward to that series as well, I have to say. It's definitely going to be a bit of a banger, or at least we hope it's going to be a bit of a banger.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Another question about obviously the final coming up. So obviously Invul are a team that have come out ahead, first place in the regular. Is there anything you're kind of scared of on that team, or is it something that or is it just the overall team that you're prepping for?
I don't know if that was just me, but you cut out a bit there again, Chris.
No, I heard him. I heard him.
Okay. Must just be my end then.
Well, not sound toxic or anything, but I think like the main difference from Vanir and Invul is that I feel like Invul is just it's just a better. They just have better team. What do you say? They just work as a team more.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Vanir is just really good individual players.
Okay. That's fair enough. Sometimes that doesn't always work out as a bad thing. If you have 5 very good individuals, it can be great. But obviously, like you mentioned, if they're not massively coordinated with each other, it can sometimes fail to work out.
Yeah.
And do you think that's been like one of the big things that's held Vanir back this season then?
Yeah, one of them. One of the major problems.
And one other question before we think any more about the final. Vanir obviously will go now into the closed qualifier for the test promotion tournament. How do you rate their chances of making it into the promotion tournament?
Very high.
Qualifier? Yeah?
Very high, like 9.5.
Okay.
They're really good.
So you think they're not a definite guarantee, but very, very likely to be making it into that promotion tournament then and joining either you or Invul?
Yes, I do.
And now obviously let's have a bit more of a look at the final, because that is the game that everyone's going to be looking forward to now, and I'm sure you guys are definitely going to be looking forward to it as well. Who do you see as kind of the biggest threat on that Invul roster?
I mean, Hellman.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is pretty self-explanatory.
Any particular reason, or?
I mean, I really just think he's the strong point of the team.
Okay.
And if you could see, they're really playing around him, and he can get the team online in all of the games they play.
Yeah, there definitely have been some big performances coming through from Hellman, definitely. But I would argue from a lot of different points from the Invul team as well. Obviously, you guys and Invul both looking very solid, both ending the season with 21 points total. Definitely not a small feat for either of you. And I'm going to ask you this now, and this is kind of a final question. I'm going to throw it back to Chris after I've finished with this, just to see if he has anything else. But if you had to predict the final right now, how do you see the final going?
3-0 Lundqvist Darkside, because I think we just have a bigger ego and better will to win.
Okay. So You think that belief, that will to win, that just raw, we want this more, will carry you guys
Yeah.
over the line?
Yes, I think if we win one game, we don't lose the game anymore after that.
So even if so in like in a scenario like today, let's say hypothetically Invul were to go 2-0 up. You guys
Yeah.
then win game 3. You think it's just a free reverse sweep?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay. I respect the confidence. I respect the confidence. CJ, anything else from yourself?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I just think I don't have a question, but I just want to mention Yaka said to me at the start of the split that he'd built a Darkside roster that was had really high ceiling, and I just wanted to say congrats on getting this far and good luck.
Thank you.
No, definitely good luck in the final. I was speaking to Yaka coming into the last week of the regular season. And we were both talking about how we wanted it to be our teams in the final and have it as an Invul Darkside final. So thank you. Like we did our part. Thank you for making it there so we can have that Invul Darkside final.
Petition for Invul to go to Invul Lightside when they win.
I
so
also
yeah.
have one thing to say.
Oh yeah, no, go for it. Go for it.
And that was, I remember after Invul's last season game, people asked who they're gonna play in the finals, and they all said the Vanir. What happened?
Yeah, I guess all of the members of the Invul roster felt that Vanir was one of the stronger teams in playoffs. Maybe they're underestimating you guys. Maybe you guys can use that to your advantage.
Maybe they just hoped it was Vanir because they were scared of Darkside.
True.
This is the big brain 4D chess way of thinking. To be fair,
maybe.
But we shall see. Like I said, though, guys, I'm not sure when the final is going to be yet. There's room. I've definitely heard talk of a potential reschedule. So we will let you know when the final is actually happening. We'll be bringing you it live on twitch.tv/Invul Esports. You're not going to want to miss it. Chris, thank you for joining me tonight, firstly.
Thank you for having me.
It's been nice not to have to do this solo like I thought I was going to. But yeah, I think it's been a good series. I think it sets us up pretty nicely for the final. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to say unless Chaos or Chris, either of you guys want to go with one last point.
Nope, nothing for me. Putting my sweeping brush away and going to sleep. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Fair enough. And yeah, guys, that's going to be everything from us. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in today. I hope you all enjoyed this banger of a semi-final. Congratulations, Lundqvist Darkside, on reaching the Leagues GG Sweden final. Commiserations to Vanir, but we will look forward to seeing you guys, Vanir, in the closed qualifier for the promotion tournament. But otherwise, guys, that's going to be it from myself, Enix, and my good friend and co-caster for tonight, Mr. CJ Shaw. Thank you all so much for watching. We will hopefully see you all back here for the final. Date to be confirmed. But follow us on Twitter at Invul Esports if you want to get the instant update on when that final date is confirmed. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you back here then.